Well, how the hell are you? Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. I hope everybody's having a fabulous morning and chilling. And my goodness, I stepped out the door this morning and it was 62 degrees. It was beautiful. Beautiful. It's been in the hundreds here in Oklahoma since I've been here. So I was very happy to see that 60 degree in the morning. So, fall's coming. Uh, and Sam and we've had differences. I know we have a differences of seasons. I like spring. I like waiting for the flowers to come up, and he likes fall. And he says that the fall is all about the beginning of the new cycle. For him, that's what he sees fall as. Everything starts to fall down. The leaves come down. They decompose. They bring upon the spring because it's part of the natural process, right? It's getting cold in the morning in California. I'm sure in Ohio, where Sam is, it is chilly as well. Good morning, everybody. Um, so I'm looking in the backyard thinking, I'm not going to have to rake all of these oak leaves, which is awesome. But we have this great patio. Thank you, Nancy. We have this great patio back here um, that I've never made full use of. And I thought it was going to be this really incredible. Hold on, let me find it. Oh, here we are. This really, really incredible spot for meditation. And, you have so many incredible plans for something. Here is the My Mystical Life link, or the link for the Salem. Thank you so much, Nancy. What ended up happening is this great spot for meditation and drumming and all of that, but it's also a great spot for mosquitoes. A lot of them. Good morning, Lisa Phillips. So we never really did a whole lot out on the back porch, and that's okay. I got to go collect my solar mushrooms. Sounds like a problem, doesn't it? That were sprinkled out amongst the flowers. Because after Sunday, I'm not going to be here. We're going to slide through on our way back to Ohio again to pick up the rest of our stuff. But this is not the point of what we're talking about today, right? I want to talk about what you consider spirituality. What do you consider spirituality? You personally. I want to know. Let's talk about this. I planted lavender, Heidi. We even have mosquito plants back there, but it's so overgrown and weedy, and it's because it has these perennial type of weed viney things. And we haven't been here, so it's a thing. All right. Solar mushrooms are better. They're mushrooms you put in the ground. They have a solar panel. And they're super cute. And I can't wait to put them in Ohio. I can't wait to work on the flower beds in Ohio. It's a little late for that season. But out of self-defense, I took my whole front flower bed that I usually put wildflowers in, and I covered them with concrete pavers so that there wouldn't be weeds. Guess what? There's still weeds. Nobody cares. I can't wait to make my house pretty again. Oh, Lisa, this is hopefully our last move. Good morning. Okay, so let's talk about this. What do you consider spirituality? Because this is actually whoever asked me this morning was on there, is on here, and she was like, "What do you do with somebody that says they're spiritual? They're within, they're within." Organized religions, or they have a specific thought pattern and they're considering themselves spiritual, but people on the outside can look in and go, but I see flaws. First of all, it's okay to have flaws. How do we move so much? We're good at it. I believe that Tammy Nelson says, I believe that spirituality is our guiding light. It's that internal compass that leads our path. Namaste, right? Good morning. Good morning, Donna Culverhouse. Good morning. Spirituality for me is learning and having an understanding of my higher self, a level of consciousness. Good morning, Arlene. So I know this may not seem like an extremely, light your fire kind of conversation, but it really kind of reflects on a couple different things. Our belief And then our belief according to what our belief says about their belief, right? Because we look at people that are judgy, and we say, well, you're wrong. You're being judgy. And they look at other people and they say, well, you're wrong because you're not following this path or that path. We're doing the same thing. We're doing the same thing, right? It is your path. I love this answer. It's my path to understand my personal truth. There's a hair in my coffee. That is unacceptable. I think I got it. Okay. Stay in my lane. Stay in my lane. So when we are, it's really hard, right? Because it's double-edged. We see where someone is doing somebody else possibly an injustice because of their belief systems, but is it their belief system? Knowing there's always work to be done, growing and learning, going with the flow, keeping an open mind to what comes. Absolutely great. Right? So we're asking, what's your guys' idea of spirituality? Because just like your path, just like your emotional and your spiritual path, everybody's going to be different. And when I say, is it really their spirituality, or are they mimicking the things that they have been told? Good morning, Vicki. Are they mimicking the things that they've been told and learned? And when we're young is mostly when we get our belief systems like this, right? And the people that are really put into the dogma of it revolve there, and they never look beyond it. And that's part of their journey. That's part of their journey. Maybe in the last life, maybe they were burned at the stake for being an herbalist, and they were a free thinker, and they lived exactly how they wanted to live, and it gave them a different perspective. So when they come back this time, they have to go, okay, I have to be more narrow this time so I can see how people react to that type of behavior. Instead of me seeing how people react to me being a free spirit, how do people react to me being a very closed off, right here kind of person? So we have to, even when we have somebody judging, and there's, as spiritual people, like the way we practice, I'd be surprised if somebody didn't run up against somebody that had a difference of opinion. I'd be surprised. Because, I mean, I've been called the devil. What? I've been called the devil. My mom says I'm going to hell. My mom's not even religious. She's not even religious. But yet her parents told her when she was younger, when she was in catechism and in Catholic school, anybody that did anything outside of the norm, religious-wise, is going to hell. And by the way, my Pentecostal aunt said the same thing about my Catholic mother. So there is no even playing field here, is there? The only even playing field we have on our spirituality is what works for us. That's the only thing we can do. Yes. Tammy says, I don't ever think spirituality is the issue, but I feel like organized religious groups set those rules that encourage judgment. Absolutely, Tammy Nelson. And you have a church on every corner there. Kudos to you, girl. I believe that all is good and that you are true to yourself. No one can take that away from you, and loves you. Oh, I lost it. Hold on. Loves you for who you are. And I believe in God and Jesus and angels in heaven. Yeah. I mean, what you believe in is where, I mean, it is. Hold on. I missed something. Good morning, Meredith Reed. Yes, you live deep in the Bible Belt, Tammy Nelson. I have a funny story about it, actually. When we had the shop there, I feel so bad about this. I really, really do. When I say the shop, we had a day spa, you guys. So we had massage therapists, facialists, we had hairdressers, nail technicians, it was a full spa. And our massage therapist came to me one day and she says, Lisa, and she was so sweet. She was so quiet, but she was so sweet. And she says, Lisa, I'm a Reiki master and I would love to offer Reiki within the massage room as one of my services. And I went, what is that? And she goes, hi, Nita. She goes, it is a practice, a spiritual practice of working with energy to help people heal. And I was like, now, mind you, where our shop sits, there's a church right across the street, and there's a church right up the. I mean, there's churches everywhere here, and it had been. I was not from Farmville, okay. Very blessed to have been in the community. Love the community. But everybody gives you directions on according to where the church is located. Like, where John's Presbyterian is over there? Well, you go up yonder down the holler and then around a corner, and where the Jones used to live, yeah, there's a church right on the other side of there. That's where you go. And I went to this poor massage therapist. I went, I don't think that that's going to be received here very well at all. I don't know anything about it. So I told her no, because I didn't know anything about it. That was life before this, Hi, Stephen Roberts. Good morning. So was I being judgy based on my environment? I was, because first of all, I had a business and I was like, that's all I need is for them to come judge our business because they're scared of something else. And I didn't know anything about it. Yeah, right? Tammy's like, I know where that is. Those are legit directions. Vicki McHale, good morning. But yeah, that's how they give directions. You know how hard it was for somebody to come into Farmville and know where to go? I'm like, no, seriously. It was before MapQuest, you guys. Yeah, and I'm like, how many miles? Like, can we point that out? It's much better. There's Reiki available now. I would love to know if it was the girl that I said no to, because I've actually tried to look her up. Because I feel bad. But I was doing the exact same thing. I was actually in protection mode for our business. And I didn't know a thing about it. So I judged something I didn't know. So we all do that at some level, don't we? Christine Emerson, caught alive. Christine, I did see your email. I had an evening last night that I didn't email anybody back. So we do it. Some people just do it on different levels than other people. Some people do it in religion. And it may be, I know we don't want to think of the pastor as being a job, but it is. It's a job. It's part of his job. And he feels he's doing what he was taught within his job to protect his people. And I get that. I grew up in the country. Those are legit directions. Go 3 miles, take the first left, past the giant house on the corner. You'll see the house on the right. Oh, no. We don't get that. You get in Farmville, you know where the Joneses lived, right? No. You know where the church is? Which church? The big red one with the white, with the cross on it. You go. Or my favorite. Go by the cemetery that has all those ghost lights in it. What? That's by my house. That's not funny. And what they meant was it had solar lights. It was when the solar yard lights came out and nobody could figure out why there were lights in the cemetery. Everybody'd slow down in the middle of the night and be like, right? I'm surprised that the people who are interested, it just took me, took the me of their own to the mind of their own. Yeah, I've been walking the truth and it's nice to help others. Good. Are you still going to have something maybe next year, Tammy? I know you'd wanted to do something this year, but COVID, right? Where you have people gather. Your dad was a pastor. He lived for his congregation, right? So when we are looking at somebody that is judging somebody, we're judging them. Oh, Kelly, I'm so sorry. Good morning. Oh yeah, those ghost lights were amazing. And they really seriously were like 2 houses down from which was pretty far just because of where we were. Landlines, ley lines, landmarks, ley lines, right? That'd be interesting to look at the ley lines in Virginia. I wonder if any of the battlefields go over them. Yeah. My dad was a Southern Baptist minister, not fun. Christine Emerson. Yeah, my uncle, whom Uncle Butch was much more tame than my aunt was. Like my Uncle Butch, he could do a good sermon, but he didn't scare me like my aunt did. She tried to scare me into religion, and I think that was one of the big things that turned me from organized religion. Now, don't get me wrong. I love going to church. I love going to Catholic Mass. I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. And it gives me a chance to go out and sing in public and be bad at it. Okay. Like I can do it and everybody else is bad and it's okay. I do love Catholic Mass, but I think we're still working on it. Oh yeah, Tammy. I actually have time today. But sitting back, you can see how many things have been brought into organized religion, right? You can see the things that have been pulled from nature. Hi, Andre. You can see the things that have been pulled in from the old religions. It's all there, especially within Catholicism, right? Because most of the modern religions are breakoffs of Catholicism because they saw the things they don't like. And I saw a picture the other day, and this is like me sounding like I'm judging. I saw a picture the other day. One of the reasons when I was in college, I took a Western Civ class, and we really went into, because the teacher also taught the life and times of Jesus Christ. And I wanted to take that class. I didn't make it into that class just because of time constraints. But I had taken the Western Civ class, and a lot of it was based on the Renaissance and the religion, the organized Catholic religion at that time, the greed, the lust, the sex, the slavery, the bad juju, right? And how the church officials lived, how that got into the Western Civ class. I mean, it's probably his forte. I don't know, but was a teacher. And I sat back and I watched this very objectively going, okay, I'm Catholic, was raised Catholic. We're not strict Catholic, but what? And I started to see things differently. Now, when I was a kid, Pope John Paul was the Pope. Okay. That's when I was growing up, it was Pope John Paul. That's the only Pope name I remember, right? I don't even know who the new guy is. So, but I was looking the other day and there was a picture of Pope John Paul on a meme and the new guy. Has anybody seen this meme that's floating around? And yeah, we're allowed to have our own opinions. Absolutely. And the new guy kind of made me think of the Renaissance. Pope John Paul sitting there in his little white outfit, all white, everything around him, very plain chair he's sitting in a regular chair. Okay. There's my dog. A regular chair. There's no gold sitting around him. There's no embellishments all over the place. It wasn't necessary. Did you see this, Vicky McHale? Did you see this? And then you see the new guy, and he looks like he is dripping in gold embellishment. And I know it's not real gold. That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is why. And it's almost like you can feel the shift back to monetary. Oh, you haven't seen it? It's interesting. Guys, look it up. It's an interesting meme. Differences in popes past and present, I think is something like that. And you look at it and you go, I wonder why they feel the need to have such around them. And it made me think of this class that I had taken. And I thought, well, hell, if that's what it's about, is the money. And we know money makes the world go round, right? It just doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't feel right. But when I started to search out and find more information and status symbols, absolutely. Monovision makes you happy. When I was reaching out and looking for more information, I started taking a Wicca class. Paganism. Wicca is the only word I knew, right? I was still learning. I was really learning. My guides were beating the crap out of me, basically. And I was like, I have to find some solutions here to make my journey move forward. I didn't. Okay, here's what's really funny. He also has a different outlook. Yes, he's from Poland. I'm Polish. I am. I still like him. I did in the beginning. I did like this Pope in the beginning. And now I kind of look at him and I go, I don't know. He feels hinky. But when I started to learn, when I thought I needed to move my journey forward, right? Who feels like we need to move our journey forward? Like it's a thing. We have to move forward or we're just being unproductive. We are not doing what we're supposed to do. We have to be productive to feel like we're achieving something, right? We have to make movement. We have to be moving to be productive. And it's funny because my guides are like, what I didn't realize is I was already moving. My guides were pushing me with a pitchfork. Come on, let's move this shit along. And it didn't have to be that I was doing anything physical to do so. Okay. I felt like I had to go take classes to get there, when actually my guides were helping me all the time. They're like, open up. Come on, just let us in a little bit. And it's all good. And all of a sudden, one little thing becomes another little thing, and another thing becomes another thing. And all of a sudden, you're talking to your guides, having a conversation, going, you know what? I'm working here. I'm trying to. No, we're talking about spirituality. That's what we're doing. Okay, good. All right. So, and then you find yourself doing things like that, right? Work on raising your vibration, not so much everything else, and everything else falls in line. But I didn't know that. Okay. So I'm like, okay, I gotta have knowledge. So my cousin has been Wiccan for like the longest time. So I said, okay. She's like, I will teach you. Okay. So once a week we would go sit in Barnes and Noble and go get a bunch of different metaphysical books and on paganism. And then we would sit and we would discuss, and she had lesson plans for me. What she didn't understand was Lisa's brain doesn't work like that. My brain brings in and releases, and she has an eidetic memory where she can record, in her brain a whole page poem and recite it. And I'm like, I think the word "the" was in there somewhere. I'm pretty sure of that. What? We were talking about the fall and Bach. I don't know. So eventually what I realized was I needed to take that class to understand a different perspective. I'm just talking today. I'm so sorry. I needed to take that class to understand the perspective of Christianity and Catholicism, and why the Catholic religion became so powerful because of how it gathered individuals. And then what happened was people started to open up, be more awake, be more aware of how they wanted to do things. And then religion started breaking off of that, And that's where there's a lot of a resentment for the Catholic Church, is because a lot of these, your comment cut off. A lot of these religions resented the viewpoints of the Catholic Church and the greed. And that's where there's a lot of right there, right? My comment cut off. Another perspective, John Paul may have been less materialistic, but newer popes, I'm reading, newer popes have brought more progress and less sin into the Catholic Church, much more loving than went into the church. Yeah, I'm just looking at the exterior needs of them. Yeah. I love that they've validated that we're not the only individuals in the universe. I love that they have said all dogs go to heaven. There's a movie about this, guys. Wait here. I'm joking, but of course we know. Animals are pure souls. It was designed. All roads lead to Rome. Yep. Do you need something? You good? You having fun outside? The dogs love it here. They absolutely love it here. You personally want to know what's going to happen. It's hard to be patient and trust. I have to agree with that. Very much the same. Very much the same. We're cut from the same cloth, girl. All right, so let's do some, good boy. let's do some reading this morning and see. This was and I just want to say thank you for the questions this morning. I hope this answers some questions. Whoever messaged me, I know who messaged me, but I'm not going to put that out there. Ego screams at me. Oh God, ego, right? We all fight that ego. We all fight that ego. Just can you tell me what my trip fell through? Other than divine timing, Sue Gallion, divine timing is what I hear. So many people's trips have fallen through, trust me. We are going to Salem though still. Matter of fact, I have to tell you, last night we have a professor of Egyptology going. She confirmed last night. She's like, I have someone to take at the other side of the room, and she's amazing. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm glad she's coming because she has so much fun. No. We're still doing Salem. Oh yeah, we're doing Salem. I think people will be upset if we don't. Salem. I'm still working on my costume. If I don't get it done in time, I'll wear my other one. But my other one's complete. But I really want to wear this other one, and it's almost done. So I think it's good. Okay. Hi, everybody. If everybody could share one time, that'd be fabulous. We have crystal sales. And I have to put an ad out for this. We have crystal sales that are going to start next Tuesday. They're going to be 20 to 70% off. 20 to 70% off on crystals that are going to come across. Some of them are going to be 20. We're not going to have any new products come across, although we have some really cool new ones that are going to wait until we get moved. We're trying to cut down our inventory. Mr. Fry is not allowed to purchase anything else. And 20 to 70% off of most things that come across the table. I don't want to pack it. Okay. I haven't streamlined the whole existence in crystals things yet. I can pack everything else, but the crystals, no, I'm not doing it. Okay. I know. I need to make the ad today. I've been pouting. Rocks are heavy. Yeah, they're heavy. I've been sitting on the couch pouting, and actually the neighbor came over, and I was on the couch, and she's like, "Are you okay?" Good morning, everybody. And then she had a rough day, so we went to the Mexican restaurant it's always closed just because of COVID and they can't get people to work there. And it was really good. So we went to dinner. Christine Emerson, I will get back with you on the email though. Okay. Oh, I'm just reading. I'm sitting here reading like what everybody's going through. Okay. So I want to talk, and my guides are like, don't even show them the cards. What? What? What are you talking about? There's going to come some times here, and there's a lot of things going on right now. Of course there are, right? Everybody has things going on all the time. Such a blanket statement. But a lot of people have found that some of the relationships that they thought were solid have been torn apart by opinion. Can everybody, I mean, not everybody, and I hope you don't have to raise your hand on this, but can you say that you thought somebody cared about you or was a friend or was closer than what they were to you, but this whole COVID thing and the division that has happened with this has created a rift? It's created a rift with so many people. It's not a singularity. It's across the board. Division at its finest, right? Division at its finest. Through opinion. How sad is that? How sad is that? I can say yes to this as well. But I want to talk and say things will come full circle. Things are going to come full circle because there are going to be, and we actually started talking about this at the very beginning of today, right? Their path isn't your path. And they have to make their decisions what's best for them. You have to make the decisions that are best for you. So vaccine, no vaccine, I don't care. I love people for who I love people for. My father got the vaccine, and Sam and I have chosen not to. Sam has health risks. And I am just thinking about it makes me lose my breath about getting a shot. If I can't get a psych exemption, it would take like 6 people to hold me down to get me a shot. It would be horrible. It's just not, my guides are like, oh, absolutely not. But that's me. And that's my decision. My dad's decision is to take the shot because of where he is and his, with his single airbag, By the way, we're going to go live Friday night, him and I. Friday night, tomorrow night. But I don't hate him for taking it, and he didn't hate me. I worry about him, he worries about me. Regardless of our situations that way. But that's not the case with everybody, is it? It's not the case with everybody. People have been taught, a vast majority of our population has been taught, if it's not my way, it's the highway, and let me stomp my foot and I will get my way. And what makes it even worse is it's being passed down and reinforced as time goes on. Not my way. You do something I don't like, you're blocked. And social media makes it worse. You refuse to say it's not anybody's business but your own. That's perfectly correct, right, Amy? It's nobody's business but your own. So social media is flaming the crap out of this. Media in general. I don't watch the news. People are like, hey, did you see half the planet fell? The earth is actually flat. Did you see that they validated that? I'd be like, really? That's interesting. Where can I find a paper about it? But I was talking to somebody yesterday whom I love to pieces. And she started in on conspiracy theories. True, not true, don't care. I don't care. Because I don't allow that. She's like, oh, you don't want to talk about this, do you? And I said, actually, I don't. I don't bring that into my energetic field. Because being an empath, I start to feel people's anxiety, and then it becomes mine because I don't realize it. And all of a sudden, Lisa becomes depressed. And Lisa can't talk out on public because she gets on and she's like, I don't know, world's falling apart. What the hell's going on? I don't know what the hell's going on. You don't want to see me like that. It's not pretty. Good morning, Ellie. So we all have, once again, we're following our own path. But there have been people that have, along the way, had some disagreements about this. And it's part of what we're going through as a lesson on a vibrational level right now. I have to say that I believe that there's going to be some kind of reconciliation where people have to meet in the middle. There's going to have to be a moment here where people go, okay, I don't agree with you, but we're going to have to help each other. Compassionate people are going to have to come together. And there's going to be a huge reconciliation. And and I'm not saying like your aunt 5 times removed is going to jump on social media and be like, oh my God, I totally understand you and I love you and da 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 da, right? But somebody that was super close to you may go, okay, I love you enough to understand your perspective. Don't cast stones, you guys. Words are something that you can never retract. I learned that early in life. Words are something that you can never bring back. When you say nasty and hateful things because somebody has sparked or triggered you, I can't stand that word. Never type or say anything that can be a lasting thing. And we're not gonna go into the politics of it, but always be kind. Even if you're in the brain and you're me, myself, and Irene in the brain, words are very powerful. Probably my husband, like, where are you this morning? Nope, it's not. Let me turn this off. So, just know that part of this whole cycle is reconciliation. And I've always said, and I can't believe who said this and they got roasted online. Oh, it was the Fonz, Henry Winkler. And I've always said this. I've always said that the only thing that's going to bring humanity together is an influence from extraterrestrial energies or outside of the human existence. And it's going to take something like that to bring the world together. But what is it going to take to bring our friendships back together and our families back together? That scares me. We need to be united, whether or not you get the jab or the injection or the vaccination or whatever. I don't care whether you do or not, because that is your journey. It is. And that is the rest of the story. Anyways, all you need is love. Right? I cannot wait for this all to blow over. Absolutely cannot wait for things to normalize, for people to... I love the Beatles. I'm not... that's the rest of the story. I used to listen to Paul Harvey when I was a kid. I used to ride my bike down and clean stalls, and I would listen to him. So it feels like we are in a snow globe, being all shook up on so many levels. Live, laugh, love, and spread that love. Right. I cannot wait for this to all be over. I want to travel. Okay, wait. I know it looks like we move all the time, and we totally do. We totally do. Way too much. Okay. But I am overdue for a girls' cruise. I'm not even kidding you. I have cruises. This must be the time of year the girls and I go on a cruise or something, because my feed has been full of cruise pictures the last month of all of our friends going out on cruises. And I'm like, wait, what? So we've decided that instead of going on a cruise next year, we're going to Nag's Head. we're going to be by the beach. At least. And we're going to Nag's Head by the Chincoteague ponies. Because it's going to take a while for this to normalize. But it's okay. Cruises and beach vacations. I know. Or maybe an all-inclusive in Mexico. Oh, no, I can't do that yet. No. Anyways. Chincoteague. My friend is on a vacation right now in over in Pigeon Forge, and she's loving it. Oh my gosh. Okay. April Lynn. I don't worry about, see, I'm trying not to put too much of myself out here. I don't worry about getting sick. I worry about regulations and what I will and will not do. Once again, personal opinion, right? I dropped my cards on the floor last night. Let me fix them. Really good. Never mind. Okay. Fixing cards is what I'm doing. You need the invite. Oh, Tammy, you're so invited. Needed an invite to the OPX. Absolutely. I like going in September, actually, because the crowds are gone. It's not too cold. You can go fishing. I like to fish. We like to fish. And you get to see stuff. The tourists are gone, all that. Absolutely. What's the OBX? Outer Banks, man. It's the Outer Banks. Outer Banks of South Carolina? It's South Carolina, right? I can never remember. Yeah, it's great in September. And our anniversary is in September 15th. So that usually would be when we would disappear from the shop and head down there. Ooh, April, your card just like popped out. Yes, you have to be more careful. April. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is your card, though. I want to talk to you, and it come up this way. And this is really funny. It's interesting. It's interesting. They're talking about your choices. They're talking about choices. Okay. And this is about not feeling fulfilled, not feeling as if you're doing the right thing, working on projects that just don't feel as if you're achieving things, all of that. Okay. Just trying to find what you're working on and what's going to work for you to help you feel not so much accomplished as efficient and invested in what you're doing. So that's the way it landed. Wait, everybody's like, I want to go to the Outer Banks. My friends will kill me, I swear. They're like, hey, you guys, you want to do like we did in Savannah and just everybody show up? And they'll be like, so April, but this is the way I want to show it to you. This is the way it come up. Okay. Which is like, hey, this is a thing right now. Let's move past this. And this is the way it should have come up for you. This is going to be, I really feel like there is a completion of one particular thing that says, okay, we've done that. We've done that. We've been there. We don't need that anymore. Let's move on to something different. And you're going to be accomplishing goals, but you're going to be doing something that it feels a little bit different than what you normally would be doing. You're going to be using, I don't know, they're talking about more of a sword aspect to this, where you're going to be working with some intelligence. You guys are killing me. And learning some new things. So and by the way, this is the final card in the major arcana. This is the card of completion, right? This is the card of, okay, we're attaining things. It's the end of the fool's journey, where we've done all the education, we've paid attention to all the signs, we've learned some lessons, and all of a sudden, we have to make the decision to do what makes us happy, because that's what they're talking about. You have to do what makes you happy to be able to get that total completion. You know, it was all about me. It was all about you and those peach margaritas. Man, right? Can I describe the card details? It really is a pretty cool card. Still no notifications, Jude. This seems to be a thing. This seems to be a thing where people are not getting notifications when we're online. Gathering of Goddesses is canceled for second year. We're wanting to get together. I mean, it's really difficult, isn't it? It really is. It really is difficult. It'll pass. It'll pass. No, I'm not going to say that. Okay, moving on. what do we have going on? Tomorrow night, I am going to be on at, you haven't gotten them either. I have no idea why, guys. I think I'm going to start, I don't want to litter everybody's events up by making events that are going to cloud everybody's inbox. Be helpful if I had a precise time that I'd be on every morning, doesn't it? Wouldn't it? It would be. I agree. Meet the late bloomers in person. Come get a hug from real live people. We are fun. Oh my gosh, I love you. Come get a little hug from real live people. Oh my gosh. I can't give you guys, I know I need to have a set time to come on, that I come on. Let me get to my final destination. Because then I love real hugs. April gives a great hug. If you guys went to Savannah, give a shout out, because we did have so much fun. We did. We have some things that we want to plan for next year, but it's going to be different than what we've planned for this year. I see some things I want to change, and we're going to broaden our scope a little bit and make a really fun, safe place for people that have taken classes to read. So we're going to expand on our readers. Do you all have the bell turned on for notifications? Yeah, you have to go and click follow, or if you're on YouTube, you have to click the little bell. So Friday at 7 Central, okay, 7 Central on Friday, I'm going to be on with my father. We're going to be on chit-chatting in the evening on Friday, 7 p.m. Central. I should make an event for that, because that would tickle him. It would tickle him. Okay, this coffee machine is ticking me off. Okay. The last year and a half has been hard. It's hard. For a lot of people, especially empaths and intuitives, we're huggy people. I'm not very huggy. I'm just going to be really honest. I'm not very huggy. It took me a long time. Matter of fact, my mother-in-law, my mom was visiting 5 years ago or so. And my mother-in-law was standing there, and I walked up and I gave my mom a hug, and my mother-in-law's jaw hit the floor. She was like, Lisa doesn't touch anybody. I'm not super huggy. I'm getting better though. It's just I assume it's an empath thing. Like, you just stay away from other people's energies, and I didn't realize it when I was younger, and I just didn't. I don't like to be in crowds. I don't like to be touched. It's just the thing. Okay. Gosh, I wish I could read my handwriting. What is that? Huh. I don't know what that is. Okay. Not a big hugger either. Yeah, I really have to be invested to give somebody a hug. I just do. It's just the way it is. You have to be invested in the situation. Okay. So I'm going to make an event for tomorrow night. I'm also going to I can't really make an event for the crystal sales, because they're going to happen in the morning next week. They're going to happen when I'm online. We're only going to do one invoice, and it's going to be on Sunday. That's my thought. Sunday of next week. But we're going to be doing sales all week. With that 20 to 70% off on a lot of different things. So we're only going to invoice one time, and the rules are going to be, you only have, I have to be able to get this stuff out, because I'm packing packages. I'm also packing the house. And when we move, it's our cutoff date, right? So, okay. Y'all here now. I had somebody call me honey in a very derogative tone. online yesterday, and I got invested in a conversation online, which is why I don't do that, because I do a lot of erasing, and I erased them, and erased some more. They call him Cutie Pie though. Okay, I gotta go. I have some advertising things to do, and love heartfelt hugs, but not those half-felt hug. I love that half-felt hugs that leave you empty from that person. Yeah, it's just like oh, and I'll touch you because you're touching me. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Yeah. So I'm gonna figure out how to make it an event. I don't want to litter everybody's stuff with event notifications. But I might do that for next week, just because, well, y'all don't want to miss out on crystal sales. We're going to go through every single tub in our garage. Every single tub. That means water bottles, cards. We have like 20 kinds of new cards coming in. I'm not sure those are going to make it in the sale. I think about it. I have too many things to do. Towers, tumbles, all of it. I have a cricket in my house. It's very annoying. All right, I'm out. Everybody have a good day. And what is today? I might get on later. All right. Everybody have a great day. Have a good afternoon. You love your water bottle. I don't have one. I never open one for myself. All right. Everybody have a good day. Talk to you later. Malachite Jude, you are on my list of people to contact. You are, as soon as I get back. I have you and somebody else too. All right. Talk to you guys later.